Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the Ultimate Soccer Show once again. And I've got to tell you, this is the pre-game for Wrexham taking on Bradford City at the Racecourse Ground this weekend. And I've got to tell you, if you're a first-timer, then welcome in. If you've been here before, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. All notifications, please. We've got to spread the news. We've got to get this channel growing, keep growing. Come on, you Wrexham fans, let's get into this together. On this show, we're going to start it off with highlights. Yeah. From the last time Wrexham played Bradford City, it was a 1-1. You're going to get that in about 30 seconds, maybe quicker. But on this show, we're going to be talking about the stats, the news, the opinions, the prediction, and the game talk. Let's start with the highlights right now. Come on. The ball goes wide to Ryan Barnett. Weighs it up, lovely cross. Mullin smashes it in, take that. And yes, the fans love him. Take a bow. Paul Mullin, super Paul Mullin. Oh yeah. Adam Wilson now on the ball right now, takes a lashing, gets the rebound, boom. Oh yes, Onkwonkwo, no chancing goal on that one. Take a look at this again. He gets his own rebound, bang, bang. So there you go. Great to start off with the highlights. We're not stopping. This is a fast-paced show, welcoming everybody. Remember, like, subscribe, hit that button and make this channel grow. I need your help. I need your help. But hey, let's take a look at the table right now. 4th and 18th. You'll see where we're going with this. Take a look at the top 10 in League 2 right now. So looking at the table, I've got to say this much. 3 losses back-to-back recently, all competitions, okay? There's no time for panic. There's no time for panic, Wrexham fans. Sometimes in the season, you're going to go through a bad phase. This is a bad phase. But with the game coming up at the Racecourse Ground, which is where you've got to say 11-2-1 on the season, Wrexham really is fired up. There's great points coming through about how good this season has been for Wrexham. So don't be down. Don't wear a frown, Wrexham fans. And that really does apply to Bradford fans too. I know you lost Mark Hughes early in the season. I'm a big fan of Mark Hughes. You should be too. But the season's become a little bit of a dour patch, especially recently. Bradford not really great form, but both teams are capable of winning this game. I'll tell you my prediction as we move through shortly, but gotta say, let's take a look at the stats, the news and opinion, and I'll be back really soon to talk about the next phase. Enjoy. I want to show you the schedule and a few little different things. On the right side column, take a look. Match attendance. Well, the red print, that's how many Wrexham fans have travelled away to each game. The black print obviously is self-explanatory, but down at the bottom, 7,000 fans went to Blackburn Rovers for the FA Cup. Month started out with 3 wins, and that was pretty decent, but then we had 2 losses, and then it went into February, which means we've got 3 losses back-to-back. Next up, yes, it's Bradford City, the Racecourse Ground, as you know. And this one is definitely a game where 3 points have got to be had by the Red Dragons. Looking at the stats. Remember, press pause and I'll see you after these images, but this one tells you a lot about what's going to happen. Next up, press pause, remember, last 10 and some stats, great stats. And finally, before I get off screen, there's another lot of stats. Remember, Wrexham's 4th. Bradford City is in 18. So looking at the stats, it does tell a story, and the way this story is really phasing out, or what's going to come down the line, I'm going to tell you straight after the prediction. Take a look at the prediction right now. This is what I see coming. You Bradford fans may not be happy with this. Wrexham fans will be happy with this. But when I look at the home form, when I look at the road form, and you've just seen the stats, and stats tell a story, yeah? There's only one story going to finish here, and that, to me, check the prediction. I'll tell you straight after. This is what I'm looking at. Enjoy. So, yeah, 3-1 prediction. That's what I'm seeing. I'm thinking it's a 2-goal game. That Wrexham will have a 2-goal bridge over Bradford City by the end of 90 minutes plus. Who knows? 90 minutes plus 10, maybe more. Who knows? And, hey, by the way, 12,000 plus. Let's see if we can get up to 13,000 in that crowd sometime soon, because you know what? It seems to be very interesting to go from 9,000, you know, the top 9,000, close to 10,000 per game, to now going to 12,000 per game. Isn't that a great idea to have the cop back Let's get to see what it looks like when it's finished and when all the business and all the dealings is done and when it's built. I'm hoping that we could be attracting at least looking at 16 to 17,000 a game, maybe more. But right now, 12,000 plus, it's looking good. Hopefully we get another big crowd for this one. But here's a couple of points for you. Wrexham has picked up 6 points from the last 5 games, home and away. 6 from 15. That's 1.2 points per game. They've scored 8 times in 5 games. That's pretty decent, yeah? Wrexham have won the last 8 at home, but they're also undefeated in 13. Remember the first game of the season? The 3-5 loss to MK Dons? Ouch. Yeah. It hasn't been bad since, yeah? Hopefully this can keep going. I'll tell you now, promotion rests on great home form for Wrexham, period. 4-5-5 on the road. 4 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses on the road. Only 4 wins, but only 5 losses, but only 4 wins. So at home is really where Wrexham will cement promotion. And with games in hand, I tell you now, do not panic. This season is about to get going big time, and we're on the downhill slope. And the home games are what are going to get Wrexham into League One guaranteed. But we need to pick up points on the road too. And recently, it hasn't been very good. So I hope that turns around moving forward. But this one at home, I've got to say, 13 games undefeated. Will they win again? And if you want to know what the Wrexham record is for home wins or undefeated back-to-back, well, it's 18 games. That happened in 1978, and it also happened in 2022. Let's take a look at the other side of the equation with Bradford. Bradford City, 3 points from 5 games, 3 from 15, both home and away. 0.6 points per game. Wrexham, 1.2 in bad form. Bradford City, 0.6 per game. That's a big margin, yeah? You got to say, Bradford scored 4 times in the last 5. Can they turn that around? Can they actually get on the scoreboard? That's why I say 3-1. I'm not sure they're going to get that goal, but you've got to think in 90 minutes they're going to get chances. So it could end up that Bradford City do score on the road. They haven't won in their last 2. And I got to say, the failing to score in matches, that's the Achilles heel. Marky Hughes couldn't sort it out. Bradford haven't sorted it out all season. And overall this season, per game, it's 1.17 goals per game. You got to say, will it be an upset? Can Bradford win at the Racecourse Ground? I say yes, they can. Is it probable? Is it impossible? I say it's not impossible, but it's not exactly probable. It's an outside edge that Bradford get anything in this game. But like I say, don't write them off because recently Wrexham's form isn't the best and you know it. But that's not going to get this game decided. I think the home form, the home crowd, home cooking, home sleeping, home training, getting ready for it to put an end to a losing streak. Because if it loses again, that's 4 games back to back. You've got to go back many, 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 many years for that to have ever happened. But for now, those are the big stats coming through. Let's move along on to something else. Moving on, meaning talking about the women before we finish on the guys. We're talking about the women. Hey, they're doing really great. Fantastic season for the first back in the Adran League. And you got to say, sitting 3rd right now, but there's a massive chance that the women can oust Swansea from 2nd to 3rd and put Wrexham into 2nd and finish runners-up behind Cardiff City women. Because Cardiff has definitely won this league, and they got a great chance of winning the FAW Cup as well, the Welsh Women's Cup, if you didn't know what that was. So Cardiff is the team at the moment. And here's the deal. Next game this Sunday at the Rock, Wrexham take on Cardiff Metropolitan. And you're thinking, so? Well, I'm saying this is a great weekend for Wrexham AFC women. Not because of that game, because of the other game. One of the other games I'm talking about is Cardiff are going to take on Swansea City. Cardiff are going to win that game, which will be nothing of a surprise. And if they don't win it, it will be a surprise because Cardiff haven't lost all season. They're undefeated. A big nil, a duck egg, a 0 in the loss calendar. If they beat Swansea and Wrexham wins their game against Cardiff Metropolitan, Cardiff will finish first, Wrexham will finish second, Swansea will finish third. Right now, Swansea's in second. So you got to say, hopefully the women can get this one over the line. And obviously, Hughes is back on form, scoring again, back from the injury. So you got to say, Stevie Dale doing a great job there. Keep it going. Keep it going, because this weekend might be a fantastic weekend. To finish with the women, though, here's an update on the FAW Cup, the Welsh Women's Cup. Take a look. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, now we're taking a look at the FAW Women's Cup, the Football Association of Wales. Last time around, if you do not know, I'll remind you, Cardiff City won the last time around. They are the current Women's Cup holders. That's a lovely trophy. And I'll tell you what, if you're looking at trophies, I think this trophy is the perfect size, perfect shape, perfect everything for the women's game. It's a lovely trophy. Don't those two ladies look like they're having fun? Now, to bring you up to speed, we're into the quarterfinal stage moving forward at the moment. There's the scores on the quarterfinal stage that came off in December. Wrexham obviously moving through over Britain for Llansamble. And you can see the rest. Cardiff having a good win. Swansea having a massive win. And moving this along, out of those quarterfinals, we now have these two semi-finals. And I got to tell you, I'm expecting Cardiff City to get through against Swansea. And that's not going to be easy. But I do think that the form team of the season, who probably look like they're going to do the double, I'm putting money on it right now, Cardiff City women, to win the league and to win the Football Association of Wales Cup, because I think they're good enough. But looking at Cardiff City, I think they take out Swansea City. In the other semi-final, I'm going to say Wrexham is going to the final. The reason why, they've had the upper hand over the New Saints, and recently the New Saints have dropped into some bad form. Therefore, I think you got to say the final definitely looks like Cardiff City taking on Wrexham, May the 5th. I will give you a prediction as well. I'm taking Cardiff City. It hurts me to say it, but I think they're that good. And having seen how the last few games have literally ended between Cardiff City women and Wrexham AFC women, you got to give Cardiff the upper hand. Last time around, it was a easy victory, if I say it myself. This time around, I think that's what I'm looking for, to actually help Cardiff City women get that third trophy in a row. So there's my final. That's what I'm thinking of. What are your thoughts on that? Will they make it 3 in a row? Or are we going to have Wrexham upset the big team? Because if they do, I'd love it. So this weekend is a big game again for both the men and the women. And it was amazing. And it was lovely to see the women getting such great support recently. The message got out. The club asked all the local fans, get behind the women. And you did. And you did. And I tell you what, they really appreciate it. The women doesn't get the men's crowd, but the women appreciate the crowd they get. And I tell you what, it's great football watching the women's game, because it's naturally an open game all the time, and either team can win. And when you look at the entertainment, I don't think there's many people that walk away from that ground unhappy. I think they're well entertained by the women. And at the racecourse ground, obviously everybody is well entertained by the men's team as well. So this club is going places. Thank you, Rob and Ryan. Thank you, all the great fans in the crowd as well, because we're going to need you this weekend. You're going to have to bellow your lungs out and get behind the boys. And not just Paulie, get behind Arthur. Arthur's confidence needs a shot in the arm. A good shot. A shot of love from the fans. Get in there, and get behind Arthur and the guys. Defensively, we haven't been so great recently, and 55 goals scored and 40 on the season against. I'd like it to be 30, but it's 40. Moving forward, we need to tighten up, really tighten up, and stop taking some unfortunate, some slack goals. But moving forward, I've got to say, come back after the game for the post-game. There will be a post-game. I don't know if I'm live or I don't know if I'm recorded right now. Obviously, I've got game commitments to, talk and announce games per se. But the next game for Wrexham, Sutton United away, Feb 13th. Let's hope that's a lucky number for us. Sutton United, after this game, gives us a chance to go again and get more points and change that road form. 4 wins on the season. Can we have 5-5-5 next time out instead of maybe 4-5-6 or 4-6-5? Let's go for the win on the road. And above all, enjoy the game this weekend. Get behind it. Enjoy it. Whether you're in the crowd or whether you're watching on TV, go ballistic. Let yourself go and enjoy it, because it's only 90 minutes plus out of your whole week. And you wait all week for that game to come around, don't you? Just like I do. So when it's here, get into it. And like, subscribe, and hit all the notification buttons for this channel too. And get into this as well. Next week, we'll have another game for you. But then, we'll have a post-game that's already come through. Guys, enjoy it, get into it, and thanks for being here. And thanks for allowing me to get into your screen while you're looking through my screen. Cheers.